Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So I completely forgot to film an intro for this Rafiki tutorial, so I'm just going to jump right in and start off this video. I am taking this Blue on By color tattoo from Maybelline with a pointed liner brush, and I'm just outlining the shape of Rafiki's eyes. This color tattoo is a limited edition, but I bought it on Amazon. So you should be able to still find it there. And I got it a while ago, but I know there were lots on there for sale. And I'm just outlining the shape of Rafiki's eyes, which are just two circles. So now I'm going to take this orange shadow from NYX in Hot Orange and outline Rafiki's nose. Rafiki's nose is super flat, so there's not a lot of dimension that you need to make. So I just drew the lines down and then two triangles on either side of my face. So just drawing this in, I use my Cupid's bow as an outline too, because if you look at Rafiki's face, he kind of has his own Cupid's bow. So for reference, those are the points I used. So now I'm just drawing the other side on my face, and I know this looks uneven right now, but I will even it out later in the video. And now I'm just filling in my Cupid's bow with this color, and I just use the same brush throughout this whole tutorial and clean it off a few times because it was really the only brush that I have that's precise enough to handle all of this color and also dense enough. So I'm just filling in around my nostrils, which was actually kind of hard because you have to be really careful of where you're going and make sure you don't go inside of your nose. So now I'm just filling in all of the spaces and making sure that I cover up all of my skin. I didn't have a primer or anything on because I knew that I was just going to wash it off after. But if you want to put a foundation or something underneath, you can go right ahead and do that, but I didn't. So I'm just going to even everything out on my face, making sure that the triangles come out to the same angle of point and are all filled in. So now taking this color tattoo in Tenaciously Teal, I'm going to draw Rafiki's cheeks. And his cheeks come all the way out across the face, so I'm going from the nose and making a half circle and taking that all the way back to my hairline. There's a ton of color used here, so I had lots of different pigments and things laid out and just kind of went with what I had that matched the color. Now to draw out Rafiki's gray fur, I took this Pots and Pans colored eyeshadow stick from NYX and filled in my eyebrows with that and this section of my face above my nose and all across the top half of my forehead. And Rafiki has kind of a widow's peak, so I drew in that little angle. And if you're like me and you don't have gray hair and you want to make everything kind of flow from your hair to your face, you can wear a gray headband like I did. So just going all around my face and filling in this outline section. And this stretches all the way down to that top of the cheek area. That's why I outlined it beforehand, so I had a guide. And if I keep looking down, it's because I had an actual picture of Rafiki on my phone, and I was just being sure that I had all of the places, everything in place in the right angle. So now I'm taking this NYX eyeshadow in Hot Yellow, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid with a flat angled fluffy brush. This is supposed to kind of mimic Rafiki's actual eyeballs themselves, not his eyelids, because his eyelids are going to be that blue color we put in earlier. So just building up this shadow until it is the perfect yellow. I really love working with these NYX shadows that I got because they're almost creamy, but also powdery. They're actually really cool texture. So now taking that Tenaciously Teal, I'm going to fill in my cheeks. This is probably the easiest part because it's such a large area and it's just one color. And the brush just fills it in really super nicely. All of my black handled brushes are from Fuchsia Cosmetics, and I got them while I was in Ireland in a 32-piece set, I think. So if any of you had questions about that, I got those. Because some people thought that they were MAC brushes, and they're definitely not. I would not spend that much on a brush. So here I just use my finger to blend out any of the blank spaces. Sometimes this product needs to be heated up a little bit, especially considering I've had this one for a while. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of heat to get it to blend out. And I know looking at this right now, it might look a little crazy, but once it's all said and done, it came together perfectly. So now to draw Rafiki's kind of wisdom lines, I'm using this electric blue shadow stick from NYX. And it just drew, the camera didn't pick it up, but it made really perfect dimension. So now taking this small kabuki brush from Bare Minerals and this matte gray eyeshadow from Ulta, I'm just brushing this all over my forehead to fill in the rest of Rafiki's fur. And I just stippled this on until it was the darkness I wanted, because at first it was really super light, but I just filled it in on the sides of my cheeks too and up over my forehead until it was the perfect gray, and blended it into my hairline so that it flowed in with the headband. So now from my Sephora palette, I'm going to take this dark brown, and this one was matte, and I'm just filling in the area around what would be Rafiki's mouth and bottom half of his cheeks. I started mixing this with a little bit of a lighter brown because it was really super dark. So I just blended that in, and it made it look a lot more dimensional and realistic to the picture. So just filling in my chin and the rest of my face. I didn't put anything on my lips for this look. I just filled it in and kind of angled out anything else that needed to be done and made it look more precise. And now to fill in the rest of the eyes, I'm taking that Blue On By color tattoo again and filling in around my eyes. I saved this part for last just because, one, I completely forgot about it, and two, it ended up working out better having my nose done and everything else and then finishing off the eyes. And it made the color blend really nicely. I didn't set this with any sort of translucent powder, and that's probably why it still looks a little metallic. And I thought it added some nice dimension, but if you want a more flat matte look, I'm sure adding a little bit of Tarte Smooth Operator translucent powder, it would make it look really good. And that's just the powder I use. You can use whatever kind of powder you want. So I just blend this out with my finger and the brush, kind of working in circular motions and blending it out however I could until it looked perfect. So that is my Rafiki look. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Bye!